Hi there, welcome back to our last instalment of the Blackthorne Bridge Club New Tricks. We pick up where Aunt Jess is about to have a nasty shock in the morgue. Enjoy. Incredibly bad smell.
Can one of those drawers?
Does it appear to be coming from one drawer in particular? How are the drawers laid out? Are they all sort of close together?
Yeah, they are. So like, roll me a...
Smell it.
The smell.
That smell alright. 9.
99.
No worries, 86.
No idea, Jess. You must have not got a good rest last night. Absolutely no idea. Which then comes...
I think I must be getting a slight cold because I can't smell anything.
as a horrible shock to you, one of the drawers explodes open. This dead rotting body with this black miasma sort of appears out of it and peers at you. Give me a sanity roll.
Yeah.
It looks very much like...
0. Don't roll 4.
Okay, take 1 point of sanity. Because it looks very much like what might have been on floor 6.
Oh, in our apartment.
Okay.
So, what are you doing, Aunt Jess?
Okay. I'm running out and closing the door and
Right.
finding my dear.
Okay. We'll get back to you. What's your dex, by the way?
Surprisingly good for a 68-year-old. It's 60.
Oh, that's good. We'll get back to that. Sprightly in the face of danger. So the gazebo,
Yep.
the morgue, Henri.
I had nothing in particular, so I'll just say I'm outside. I'm lounging in a shrub. I think that's what you said.
You're lounging in the shrubs for the patients. Roll me a spot hidden.
No, it's 69.
It's a nice shrub.
Yeah,
It's a
excellent.
lovely
I
shrub.
was going to say you hear me screaming.
And sorry, Paul, you're doing some of the research.
I wanted to talk to that head nurse about which patients would have been there 6 years ago when Alan was killed. I assume.
I'll have to go through the records
Yes,
in more
of
detail,
course,
but not a lot of them.
Yes.
Sadly.
Most of them are in
If
the
you
wall.
could, if you could do that research and let me know which ones.
Okay, so you've done that and you're doing your research. You hear screaming coming from the basement.
Well,
Absolutely blood-curdling scream, which sounds a lot like Aunt Jess.
Oh my
I
god.
head to the basement with my gun drawn.
Okay, so Aunt Jess, we need to do a contested dex to see whether you can actually get out and close the door before...
Come on, Arnie. You're not that old.
I rolled 66.
What's your dex?
That's 60.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, we both failed, so let's do it again. All right, so you're running towards the door, but this thing's sprinting out.
7. I failed again.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You're not meant to enjoy that.
I have an exceptional good dex roll.
Oh,
So, this nameless horror, which appears... how does she appear? Let's see if I've actually got a...
Make Dr.
It looks,
Helen not.
as your brain is scrambled with all the panic,
dear.
it looks like this person is female. She's carved strange symbols and runes all over her body, and this black mist sort of surrounds her. And she reaches for you. What are you going to do?
Dodge.
Dodge would be good. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep,
contested. I'm
dodge.
going to attack. You're going to dodge.
Or I could sell it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, 1. 14?
Yeah.
I actually make the
Um,
middle one, whatever that is. Yeah.
99. So whatever.
Oh.
You dodged beautifully.
So you dodge and get some distance between yourself and it and the door. So next action is going to be real important.
I'm charging for it.
It'll take you a couple of
Yeah.
rounds to get
Oh,
down there.
so I'm still heading towards the door, am
Yeah. So you beat the door this round.
I? Okay, yep.
So if you win your dex check, you'll get out the door and close it.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
But you haven't got a key to lock it.
That doesn't matter.
No.
It's whatever, just close it and run.
All right. So
So
give me
closing
dex.
it's going to do, yep.
Let's give me dex check.
Oh, 2,
Good.
21.
Oh, easy.
60.
I passed, but you've got a very good success.
Yeah.
So you run out the door, close the door.
Yeah.
And what are you doing?
Yeah, you're running back
Okay,
to
so
the
you're running.
stairs. Yep, yep.
You're running.
Yep.
You're running back. That's it?
Back towards the stairs.
Okay, you're running back towards the stairs. Okay, so you hear a scraping on the inside of the door, as if this thing's trying to come out. You guys eventually run down into the basement. You see Aunt Jess looking white as a sheet, rushing out from.
What's wrong, Aunt Jess?
It's the thing.
The thing?
It's the thing from level 6.
From level 6.
You don't remember level 6.
Yes, I don't know. I know exactly
We don't.
what you're
It's
talking
here.
about. It's here. Wasn't there 2 things in level 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so now you're starting to think about this. Things on level 6 didn't have things carved into their body.
And is it trying to open?
It's-
Is it opening the door?
It sounds like it is.
Is it opening or is it just scratching at the
Well,
door?
at the moment you're just talking. You can hear the scratching sound.
Can you block it?
Does it sound like it's turning a knob or does it just sound like
Well,
it's...
you tell me what you're going to do.
Well, I've got my gun drawn.
All right.
Just seeing if
That's
it's
not
actually
gonna
opening
work.
the door or not.
Well, I'm going on the fact that I'm actually slower than everyone with the dicky knees, so I'll be coming slowly up the back.
Okay. So you got your gun drawn. You're coming out. What are you going to do, Aunt Jess?
Okay.
You get behind that.
Yeah. I'm going to move towards the back.
Okay. And Nancy, you going to do anything?
No, I'm just staying out of the way.
Okay.
We don't have...
Yeah.
All right. So
Obviously, one of the nurses would have the keys to lock the door.
the door, in fact, does open,
Great.
and out comes this body, which looks to be horribly, horribly desiccated. Carved symbols all over it. This black mist sort of oozing out of it from the wounds. Its sort of lifeless eyes as it's sort of reaching towards you, Paul, because you obviously are trying to pose a threat to it. All right. So, what's your dex, Paul?
My dex is 50.
All right. So you can do whatever you like before it does anything.
How far from the room am I?
Not far now.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'd like to dive into the room and see if there's like one
More
of
of
those
them.
statues or something. Because I don't think shooting the dead corpse is going to help me out much.
No, you can't get into the room. It's between you and the room.
The boiler room's next door to it.
I don't know, I guess I'll just try shooting at
All right, you try to shoot. Go for it.
Come on, give me one of those flow
90
rolls.
something.
20. Oh, 28.
All right, you
That
do
is a good success.
it. Okay, so go roll me some damage.
8.
8 points.
Woohoo!
Excellent. As this thing's reaching towards you, you shoot. Pieces of flesh fly off it.
Oh, so
It
it
appears
does,
to sort of rock back.
does get affected. Oh, thank God for that.
It tries to wind a claw at you, and yes, slashes you with this ugly, rotting finger, and you can take 1 point of damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay, so
So how
now,
damaged does she look now?
look, quite damaged, but give me a sand roll. You're just fighting a dead, misty corpse.
Well, it's not the first time. So that is 33 out of 46.
Alright, so just take 1 point of sanity. Okay, so next round. She's
Keep on shooting, I guess.
Shoot,
Draw and shoot.
draw and shoot. Jess,
Well,
hide and scream.
I'm not going to brawl with it, so
Okay.
I'll just.
And Nance.
I'll run back upstairs and alert everybody.
Oh, good job.
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right. So, your dex.
40.
My dex.
No, you guys will go first. So,
My
Paul?
dex is 50.
Yep.
I got 74.
Okay. Yeah, it's moving around. You shoot and miss off to the side. All right.
75, do the same.
And you miss off to the other side. It sort of reaches for your hand and scratches itself. And misses terribly. So you're running up the stairs, you're hiding. One more round. Go. Paul.
37, that's a good
Okay.
hit.
Another good hit. So roll me some damage.
1d8, 4.
4 points. Okay. So it's like. All right.
31.
Okay.
Also a good hit. Only 2 points safe.
It falls over.
Okay.
Okay. You've run up the stairs. You've
Yeah.
alerted everyone. Dr. Knight, Nurse Sprocket, none of this has all run down.
Mm.
And they said, "What have you done to the corpse?"
Wasn't a corpse.
It's a corpse.
It is
You
now.
shot a. Why did you take it out of the morgue?
Whose corpse is it?
That's Anne Warren's corpse.
Adam Warren.
Anne Warren.
Anne Warren. Anne Warren.
What have you done?
I'm surprised you didn't know that it got out of the box by itself.
Oh,
Dead
someone's
bodies
been
don't
crossed
go
out.
out of the
Yeah,
box
and
themselves.
Yes, and arms don't just come off people.
Themselves delusional.
No, just
Okay, you have a point.
And legs
Yeah.
don't appear in
Yeah,
ceilings.
Are you telling me, in all honesty, that you think that this thing came out of the morgue?
It did.
It did, not as we think.
I went in
Did.
there and I didn't even
Uh,
smell anything. It
are
just
all
all of
those-
a sudden appeared.
Are all those
Rotting
tattoos
flesh.
and stuff still on it?
Yeah.
Did she have all these tattoos when she was alive?
Yes, she self-harmed.
What, she self-harmed with those?
Yes, while she was alive.
How did she get tools to
What?
self-harm to that extent?
Yeah.
I don't know. She used her fingers or something.
What was she in for?
Delusional.
Delusional. And how long, when was she? Was she around 6 years ago?
No.
2 points.
I was hoping that would be Helen Knight.
She's in 26.
Oh, harsh.
No,
Oh, silence 6 years later. They just kept her body on ice.
yeah, it's not the not keeping her on ice, trying to resurrect her. That's
All
why it's
those
getting
good
the
psychology roles before figured it out.
This is not the corpse you're looking for.
So that's the Anne Warren.
So, I'm sorry.
I walked into the morgue and
Okay, he puts his hand on your shoulder. Jess, I think you should come and talk to me now.
Ooh. It's a date.
sure,
Right.
Paul will come with us.
He's very welcome to. All right. So, what do you two do?
Heading towards the walk.
Okay, you're going to do
Yeah, go and investigate the room.
And Nance, what are you going to do? You going to stay with Honore, or are you going to...
Oh, yeah, I'll stay with Andre.
All right. So he leads you back up to the office and he sort of pulls out some chairs and sits and says, so have you seen any other dead bodies before? He pulls out his notebook.
Perhaps it's you who've seen dead bodies before.
I've seen dead bodies before, yes.
How did this poor lass die?
She died from self-inflicted wounds through blood loss.
In a straitjacket.
She wasn't in a straitjacket.
Why wasn't she in a
If she was
straitjacket?
self-harming, why
Well,
wasn't she restrained?
We thought she was making progress.
Oh, seems like you were wrong.
Well,
And-
clearly. And Jess, you...
And nothing ever else, no one ever else has popped out in the morgue?
Would it surprise you that no, that doesn't happen?
How long has she
that's
been
the
dead?
answer.
She's been in the morgue for a couple of days.
And who else is in the morgue at the moment?
No one, as far as I'm aware.
Lots of plots on the wall.
Deceased.
So one other person in the morgue.
One of them.
So would they have the coroner come
Think
out
so.
and all that jazz there, or do they just... Why do they have their own morgue? Do they like just dispose of the bodies?
Oh, the
or-
coroner told us that before.
Yes,
You
yeah,
do
yes.
just- and where do you dispose of them? In the garden?
No,
They get
it
proper
depends
burial.
on the
Kitchen.
next of kin's wishes. They either get buried or cremated.
Is there a kitchen?
Yes, there is a kitchen.
Do they cremate them on
Oh, yeah,
site here?
No.
There's a cold storage. Oh.
Gee, yeah,
Just in case the morgue gets full.
Yeah. Not far away.
Investigate the morgue a bit further.
I don't want to go back down there.
All right, so you
No,
two
you
are talking
don't.
together.
Yeah.
You guys are at the morgue.
Yes.
Go
Right.
and suss out the rest of the morgue properly now. So obviously there's one other body and one
Yes.
of these things.
Yep. So you sort of
I'm not opening them up, the drawers.
you're not opening the drawers.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Andre obviously feels quite fine to
Yeah.
open those up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you open it up. There's one other one in there. Seems to be a female body. Yep.
She was delusional.
No weird simple
No,
scratches
not at
or
all.
anything else.
No.
Can we work out which tray the scary body came from?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
It's because it's open. when you
Okay.
go there.
Anything residual or anything left inside?
Give me a roll.
Search the corpse
36.
too. Is there anything like that?
Not really.
Yeah.
Can I sketch the symbols that
Yes.
this book things for later review?
Is
as
there
well?
anything
I
on
was
that?
gonna say, yeah, can we...
Has she got any pockets or anything?
She's
It's a
naked.
body.
She's
Now,
naked.
now that I've calmed and regained my
Composure.
composure, can I do an occult check on any of those symbols?
Go,
See
go,
if
give me a
anyone
roll.
notices? 65. No.
I might try too, actually. 90.
Suppose you're going to have to leave it up to me then, aren't you? No, 66.
No. I think
Clearly
I'll just,
no.
Paul's probably got a cult of 5, but he'll roll it.
Right, let's
he'll
see.
do
Cut 0.05%. Let's see.
0.03.
90
No.
something.
You guys know.
Do
Do any of those symbols look like anything that we've seen in the museum?
Clearly not.
do I think, I use my psychology, do I think Dr. Knight's hiding something at the moment?
We already know that.
All right.
Oh, but in relation to the morgue and
Yeah, give me
the
one.
body? Over by 53.
You feel he's being very genuine and trying to help you through this.
But I already know he's not.
He's just a caring psychiatrist.
Mm.
Yeah.
Worried about the mental health of an older lady who claims to have seen a body get up out of the morgue and walk out.
But
Yes.
you're a writer.
Yes.
You have a vivid memory.
Well, like, do you
imagination.
think I could even carry a body that big up from the top,
Well-
down and out the door without getting
Dirty?
like?
We found that in instances where people have dissociative tendencies, that they do very strange things. So can you describe to me exactly what happened?
I walked in the room.
Yes. Why were you walking in the room?
We're investigating.
What do you hope to find in the morgue?
Well, we've had
And
torsos flying around, sticking out of walls. I thought the morgue would be
But
maybe a
all of
happy
those things
place
that
for
you've-
them.
Given they're all with the coroner and they've all found in places other than a morgue,
Yeah.
why the morgue?
I wanted to see maybe if something was being hidden from us.
So you're saying you don't trust me, Miss Phillips?
Well, there's something odd going on. Maybe not you. Maybe it's one of the other staff.
Denise?
Oh, I'm sure I'm positive the staff are above reproach, Miss Phillips.
Well, that's for me to determine. You're not a
Well,
detective, I am.
yeah.
Well, this is true, but you were shooting at a dead body.
Wasn't dead when I was shooting at it.
I
What was
can
dead?
guarantee you it's dead.
Anyway,
Nothing else.
Sorry?
Nothing else.
what time of day are we
Yeah,
at
what
now?
time?
Probably the afternoon.
Okay.
So I actually want to go back to the police station and find the record of Dr. Hallen's death, what happened, who the mugger was, all that. Whatever
The
police
stabbing.
records,
Yeah.
get some
Maybe-
We
details.
get the coroner to get rid of this body as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
all
now a
that.
crime scene, given that you've actually discharged a firearm, so
Yes.
yes.
Could we, how would we go about getting that asylum, like, temporarily shut down or something?
Oh, you'd need a pretty strong case to do that.
The police chief, well, I might talk to him about that too. Things going on there that the
Okay,
Pretty
see,
normal for
maybe
in those
Checked
days.
everything
Well,
out.
most thing that I
Yeah,
want
that's
is the
right.
records
Yeah.
on Dr. Hallen Knight, whatever.
okay.
yeah.
So you're
Police
going
report
back
there was.
to the police
The
station?
police
Everyone going?
might go to the library and look
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, I'll go to
see
the
some of
library to
those
look for
symbols and
symbols as
whatnot.
well.
for Dr. Helen, and yeah, also for any any other strange deaths
Okay.
at Blackhorse or
All right.
I'm going to a cafe.
Actually, not only Hallen Knight,
So
I'll
you're going to...
Cafe, have a cup of coffee.
try and find
Nice.
records
Okay.
on any of the nights.
All right,
Any journals too, but
It's not as good as French coffee, but you know
of course
what?
not.
For New
American
York coffee, it's pretty
no
good.
Cool.
So you calm yourself. You
Read
go
the paper.
read the paper. Lovely. Okay. You do actually find things in the paper.
Oh, stories are out.
Poor old Nathan.
No, police confirm there's a dead body found in the museum.
Oh,
The past,
What police confirmed that?
I don't know, the past year has seen the museum. Oh, lots of things happen. Unconfirmed rumours. Find did not include the whole body, suggesting it was some weird wild animal attack. Unclear of the truth of the rumours. Investigations continuing. But lighthouse problems. Civic officials are investigating reports of Blackwell Island Lighthouse failing on several occasions. Locals have reported the lighthouse has ceased working for up to 30 minutes at a time. Needless to say, river transport authorities are now concerned that an accident may happen. Blah 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 blah. Officials claim it is just maintenance issues.
redirecting all the electricity.
Further asylum problems.
Mm.
Further troubles have been reported at Blackwell Island Asylum.
Who's reporting all this stuff?
Sources close to the facility report that another dead body of a
Dr.
worker has
Brian.
been found, and more correctly, the remains of a body previously discovered in the museum. If this is true, it will indicate the rumours of a wild animal on the loose in the museum are incorrect. This could be the work of a serial killer.
Ooh.
Police are yet to make a comment.
So you kept it on down local.
Yeah.
Artifacts stolen again. Police have reported that yet another Egyptian artifact from the Howard Carter collection has been stolen from the New York Museum. This time, the catalogue item was a clay tablet, remains of a rudimentary sundial that ancient Egyptians used to measure the passage of times. Only a few examples, blah blah blah, 4,000 years old. Museum security are baffled by the robbery, as it did not disturb the glass casing and the item was stored in, nor trip any of the alarms in the facility. Howard Carter to end exhibition in New York. Agents for the famous English Egyptologist Howard Carter have confirmed that the renowned explorer will be seeking the return of all artefacts on loan to the Museum of New York. We are concerned after several security breaches. We believe security in place is insufficient to ensure these priceless artefacts. As such, we'll be seeking their immediate return to preserve the opportunity for all civilised people to view critical items from human history. So, not much longer.
Fantastic. Wow.
So it was a very profitable read of the paper and a good
Yep.
coffee.
And a good coffee.
Yes.
So, library.
Yes, please.
So what are you doing? You're back at the library there.
I
It's
want
the
to try and look up the symbols, like the hieroglyphic type things. What
So
sort of thing
the
it
symbols on
is.
the body weren't hieroglyphics. You would have
No.
recognised them if they were.
More occult.
Yeah, possibly.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me a roll.
Oh, 78. Forget it.
Yep. You find no reference to them whatsoever. Spent hours searching through
Yeah, I
those
did.
books
I
online.
tried,
You
but
tried
anyway,
really
yeah.
hard, but
Yep.
found absolutely nothing.
Mm.
Jess?
Well, I want to look for that with my cop, but then I also want to look up for Helen as well. Oh,
And
no.
for history. What about your history?
No, 95's not going to do anything.
No, okay.
Helen of Troy.
Helen.
You found.
Yeah.
A few other Helens in history.
I think you can get
I think
refreshments.
my mother's
at-
name was Helen.
Yeah. You can get refreshments at the library, can't you?
There's a outside. There's a library cafe.
I might just go there then.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
for a
drinking
time for
coffee.
tea, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, I'm getting my ass chewed out by the chief.
And you're getting your ass chewed out by the chief. Strange is not happy. It's all over the news now.
Well, I don't know who leaked all
What
this.
is happening,
I think
Paul?
it's Dr. Knight.
What is happening? This was supposed to be on the down low. You were supposed to tell me what's happened. It was a strange case of half a body, which is now turned into what?
It's hard to keep floating hands and teleporting bodies on the down low.
Yes, but
I don't know how you expect me to...
have you got a suspect?
I think probably Dr. Knight.
Why?
Because of
Well,
his clock.
Things are pointing there,
He's
but
got
I
a
need to
big
just...
clock.
What
I
things?
need a little bit more
I need
time.
Gordon's feeling. What things are pointing to Dr. Knight?
Well,
He's
his
got a
wife,
big clock.
he's got a big clock, yes.
He's got a big clock.
18 inches.
Your proof
At least
is
18 inches.
a well-respected head of a psychiatric institution has a big clock, and that's suspicious.
And it's too much to handle.
It's stored in a tower, which is a phallic
There's
symbol.
more than that. It's not just the clock.
Oh, enlighten me.
I need to investigate what happened to his wife. I need the files.
It's clear. It's in the public record. She was mugged and killed.
Yes, but who was the mugger? Did
It
he
was
end up
never
at this?
found.
It was never found.
Even I know that. It was in all the pages.
Well, I don't know.
So you suspect that he mugged his wife?
No.
How many
Then what do you
statues?
suspect him of? What crime has he possibly committed?
We know.
Some
what crime.
occult kind of crime. I think he's
Or say
maybe trying to reanimate his wife.
Or say using the clock makes you bleed.
Clocks, turning back time.
Paul,
It's all very occult.
There was blood there, don't forget.
I read the notes from the investigation from a year ago.
We've done it.
And I'd have to say that reading those notes does not correspond with the man I'm seeing in front of me at the moment. I am disappointed, Paul.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We've had a couple of days here, and all that's happened is things have got much worse.
I'm sure.
Not only that, you're claiming that you have a suspect for something. which you have no proof of,
Well, there's just a
which
little
is
bit
not
more
related
time
to the
on it.
fact
Well,
that we've got body parts all over the precinct.
Well, I think it is all related.
How? Tell me.
Well, I can't-
Enlighten me. I am here to be
My
enlightened.
investigation isn't finished yet.
Well, it clearly hasn't even started.
It has started. It's a very. It's not the normal kind of case. Yeah. Torsos
Really?
don't just teleport to other places.
So how did it get there?
Well, we're still working that out, but we think it's to do with all the stolen clocks, clockmaker.
The stolen clocks.
Yes.
The clockmaker. Okay, a clue. What have you found out
I
about
told
the
you about
clockmaker?
the clockmaker.
Yes. What have you found out about the clockmaker?
Well, personally, I think it's Dr. Knight, but we need to prove it.
What makes you think?
He has this weird grandfather clock that hasn't been wound up for 100 years, but still working at the top of his tower, which there's no way he could have got it there.
And there's blood.
And there's blood, and all the weird things are happening there.
Could it be that someone's trying to wind it with something other than a key, and it hurts them and it cuts them?
No one's got
With that strip blood on the floor.
no one's got access to that room. It's through his office, and he said no one winds it.
It's not through his office. It's actually through the tower.
Tower. Oh. Well. Anyway.
Paul, I need some progress.
Well, we've got a lead about the lighthouse that we need to go and check out.
Oh, you've got a lead about the lighthouse.
Yes.
That wouldn't have come from the paper, would it?
Oh,
No, from a reputable
from a
source.
reputable informant
In the paper.
in the paper.
No, this one.
I might just employ the journalists. All right, go, but I expect to see some results.
I'll try my best, sir.
All right.
Really.
He goes back to looking at his notes on his desk.
Can you go and have a look to see if
The
the
coffee was really good, actually.
You know what happened to the last
Can you
chief?
see
Might
that-
happen to this one
can
too.
you see if the clock's still in evidence?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Just the sundial and the other.
Yeah, it's also there.
Still there?
Exactly where you left it.
I think it's time to head out to the lighthouse if it's still daytime.
It's not. It's getting on evening.
Should we go
Doesn't
now or
stop you
should
going
we
to the
wait?
lighthouse.
It is a lighthouse, after all.
Yeah, I haven't got time to waste. I'm getting my ass chewed. I'm going to the lighthouse.
All right.
It's on the same place where this
It
island
is. It is
yeah,
in
it's the
fact on
same
Blackwell Island. Yes, it's there to help the shipping.
But who would run that lighthouse? Is it run by the asylum or is it separate?
It's
It's run
city.
by the city.
Yeah. All right. So you hop back in the car. You all going?
Who's coming to the lighthouse with me?
Have we
Asylum
had
Island,
dinner?
night time.
Do we have dinner first?
Oh, you
Or?
can have dinner in the car.
Okay.
Can you? How can you do that?
Young people are so soft. Have a swig of whiskey.
All right. You get in the car. You drive back out to Blackwell Island. You know the way now
Yeah.
by memory.
I assume there's a lighthouse keeper or someone there.
No, it's mostly automated.
Automated.
It's an electric light. So you're wandering up. Okay.
Yep.
The island itself sits in the East River of New York. The river is used by a lot of boats and barge traffic, transporting all manner of items. To assist the river traffic with navigation and prevent craft from running aground, a small lighthouse was built on the island. The strait between Blackwell and Long Islands can be extremely hazardous. The structure is quite simple and around 6 floors tall to the light. Built on the edge of the island, it provides clear direction and views eastwards. As the lighthouse is automated, there's no corresponding lighthouse keeper's hut as you would expect. Rather, the electricians on the island deal with the facility as a matter of course.
So the electricity cables running to here, do they happen to be running straight from
Is it powered from the asylum?
the
or-
asylum?
No,
So
it's
it
got
seems to be
its own
only- it's
power.
got its own power.
So you're heading inside, I'm presuming, given you're looking at the floor plans?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the ground floor, the door opens into a largely unstructured open octagonal area.
What is a couch? That's nice.
In one end, there's a set of couches, a rug and an oil heater. A pile of what appears to be equipment and spare parts sits partially under a tarpaulin in another corner. Stairs lead up in the southwest section of the room.
We'll just search during quickly for anything unusual.
Oh, yeah, what's in the pile of equipment and spare parts?
Okay.
5 out of 85.
As
6.
in, oh, 6. It looks, yeah, really good search. Globes, electrical equipment, stuff that you'd expect
Nothing.
to actually do maintenance on the lighthouse itself.
Okay. Move up to the
Okay, so the
Next
staircase
floor.
is punctuated by flat sections which wind its way up the structure for around 5 floors in height.
Yeah.
To the inside of the stairs, the area is open to the ground floor below, and the iron railing runs around the outside, around the inside of the stairs. You finally then get up to the upper section. The staircase leads to a trapdoor in the ceiling. Opening the trapdoor reveals the upper floor and light within the structure. A central casing, magnifying glass, and a powerful electric light sit in the centre of this reinforced floor. The space around the light is provided for walking and working, while there is also a door in the glass to allow access to outside on the walkway. There is an electrical box off to one side that looks to control the light. The only other notable item in the area appears to be a sophisticated telescope, currently aimed at the night skies.
Go and have a peek through the telescope.
Well, you see the evening sky.
Not that it means anything to me, I guess. But
And can you see the
I
asylum?
don't know. Does anyone know about natural world, Rob?
Yeah?
I can do natural world too.
2 out of 30.
Zero.
well,
Two.
well, go for it.
Yeah, interesting. You look at the telescope. Not that you know much about astronomy or telescopes, but it looks to have a filter on it. And from your knowledge, you would only use a filter like that if you were looking through it at the daytime, at the sun.
So it's pointed at the sky, obviously.
Correct.
Who would be coming up here during the day to an automated lighthouse?
Does it look like somebody's been up there, like left food,
There's no electricians there now, obviously.
Yeah. What are you doing? You're searching around.
like crumbs, rubbish, food?
No, it appears to be really clean.
Okay, what about on the outside? Go through that little door.
Okay, you open the door and you look out. It's quite windy.
Mm,
It's very high up. Do you suffer from vertigo?
no, not at all.
Then in fact it's fine.
Yep.
Nice view.
Yep, good.
I think we need to wait till the morning and talk to the electricians and to know what times they failed and how long, all that kind of stuff.
All right.
I don't know what else we can do there. We've searched it pretty good.
Have you?
Oh, I'm going to search the floor. 51 out of 85.
So you search around and you look in the electrical box and there's like a journal in there.
Oh, Jim. How hard is it to get to this lighthouse? Is it public land? Is it gated? Is it anything?
Oh,
We just walk
Can
straight
anyone
in.
just
Yeah,
walk up?
exactly.
Well,
Just
most
unlock.
people don't go there.
But I mean, if you wanted to, there's nothing stopping you.
But there isn't many graffiti artists around the 1920s. So.
Good. Seems to be a correlation with the success against the use of artifacts. Normally artifacts of success or otherwise seems to be completely independent of the astronomical measurements. Spatial impacts seem high. No correlation with temporal experiments. Safe to assume that the events can occur at any time with the correct equipment. Uh-oh. I'll have to read it now. I went to the end first. Rework the spatial transfer with the professor. Clearly mathematics are wrong. Question Rita and Franklin again. Are they on our patient list? Is Rita and Franklin? Wasn't Rita one of the orderlies?
No, you
No,
do know a
that
reader
was-
though.
That's Denise.
Rita and Franklin.
Can't see any Franklin. With the telescope that's in there,
Mm-hmm.
is that
Type in the
pointing?
portal. There must be a way to do this without
Obviously, it's
mumbo
pointing
jumbo.
up.
Yeah.
But the
But if it-
anyway.
Wasn't? Could it actually point to the asylum?
Well, you could make it point to the solar, sure.
It's on the right side to be
Yeah.
doing that.
Success. Almost getting living matter through the portal successful.
I find it interesting that this lighthouse is
The only
hexagonal,
problem is what to do with Teddy. No one is going
Hello.
to believe him.
octagonal,
He's in an
Yeah.
asylum, so I
but
think
the
we're safe.
gazebo's the same
Who's
shape.
Teddy? He's on that
This is the
patient
same
list.
shape, and that's the same shape with that tower.
It could almost be that the person drawing the map was lazy.
Is there a
Oh.
Teddy on that patient
No,
asylum list?
Teddy.
Could be Edward.
It says
There's
Teddy.
Edward James, who's the prison camp man. Surprise, surprise.
Teddy.
And who's Rita to us?
There's a Rita
She,
Swanson on here, and it's delusional. So,
You know Rita Swanson.
Dixon is already man.
Rita Swanson from Blackthorne Apartments.
oh,
Is there a Dixon on there?
yes.
Is she the over-the-top woman who's so...
Yes,
fancy?
darling.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh Lord,
yes.
what have I done? I should have kept
Yes.
with the
Of course.
inmates instead
Yeah,
of
so
involving him. Surely he will be found. Surprised, I knew that O'Keefe had something special. She seemed to see the whole episode with Nathan from her cell. Maybe we could use her instead of devices. Something to ponder for another day.
Georgia O'Keefe.
Now that I have let Denise know
She's
to
the
cover
drawing
for
one.
the staff loss. God, where's Denise?
Oh, there's
Excellent.
Teddy. John Doe.
The whole place is in on
I
it.
believe
Hawkins has
that
done
he is
it.
Theodore Roosevelt.
The final piece in the puzzle we need to integrate this into the mechanism and calibrate. Fair again, as the professor said, we needed to consider temporal properties of temporal translation. O'Neill won't be missed, but we can't afford to make this error again.
So O'Neill.
One of these
But there was a
people
professor.
thought he was a
Up here,
professor.
Delusion believes that he's a professor.
Yeah, Andrew O'Rourke thinks he's a professor.
Yes, everybody in that place is hooked into this.
I like to see Marguerite. She believes she's a horse. That would be funny.
Okay, so everyone give me a spot hidden roll.
21. That is a
48, which is a no.
good roll.
49.
No. And
Yes.
is it a good roll or just a make? Just a
I'm 75 normally, so I got 41.
One is a good roll.
So you two, you sort of look around, look at this gentleman and go, oh my God, they're all in on it. The light at the top of the octagonal tower comes on in the asylum.
That's what I was talking about.
That's where the clock is, yeah.
What are you doing?
Is the telescope pointing at the tower?
No, it wasn't.
Original clockwork
But it
gearing
can.
structure to the complex.
Could we swing it towards the tower?
Oh, you can, yeah.
As soon as it's got this light filter on, I want to point it at the clock and see what I see.
Okay, so you point it down. Can't really see too much because, of course, the windows in the octagonal tower sort of diffract stuff as well too. And the filter doesn't help.
Can you take the telescope outside on the walkway?
No,
No, okay.
but good thought. Yeah, you can sort of see like a couple of people moving around there.
It for the asylum.
Well,
Well, no, there's so
are they
many
coming
people
here?
involved in it now. I can't work out who the
So
head,
to open, yeah. So,
who the head guy, who
so
actually runs the job.
question Rita and Franklin again, who we've got. To open the portal, there must be a way to do this without the mumbo jumbo that the cult invokes.
Does this handwriting look like Dr. Knight's handwriting?
Give me a roll.
20
20 out of.
for what am I rolling?
Give me a spot hidden.
Spot hidden or 85? So
Oh,
it's a super good.
it is so his handwriting.
Of course it is.
He's
It's
saying
so his handwriting.
it's the same
In
book.
fact, you read it in his voice. It's just, it is so much his handwriting.
Head for the asylum.
All right, so
Arrested
Paul's immediately
Dr.
going,
Knight.
right, and runs downstairs. What are the rest of you doing? You going to go to the asylum?
I don't think so. I don't want to.
Well, back me up.
No, because
We need a
it's
plan.
to do with.
Yeah, I'm going to arrest him.
We've got the light going on at the moment
Mhm.
in the lighthouse, and I think that turns off when there's a killing, or that.
Well, we've got to go and stop it.
Reportedly.
Yeah, but it's connected with here, so shouldn't we stay here and see what happens? And you can just see.
Yeah, the light will turn off.
Well, we can just see someone get killed. Well, you can stay here if
So
you want.
everything worked till the accident. We had first. I imagine that not only can I bring Helen back, but I imagine that we can do to right the wrongs and save the people we want, and maybe stop the disasters or criminals before they happen.
I think we've got the evidence we need. I'm just going over to arrest Mr. Knight.
So your next meeting with the chief might be better.
Okay?
Your next
Yeah.
meeting with the chief might be a little bit
I
better.
think it might be. I think I've got some evidence now.
Okay, so going to the asylum.
Actually, do we have a phone anywhere?
Not here.
And there's not one in the
I'll
car.
call for backup. I guess we can get to the asylum. I can do it there.
All right, so you're going to go to the asylum.
Come with me.
I suppose I better come with it.
Yeah, the man who can actually shoot comes to the asylum.
Yeah.
Ah, Jess, what are you going to do? You're currently reading the journal.
Yep. I find it fascinating. So where's everyone going to the site?
So,
Yeah. But now you can really
I'm thinking of not doing that. I'm thinking of staying.
Well, we've got the proof. We know it's Dr. Knight. What's there to stay for?
But it's all of them.
Yeah, that's
Do you want to
exactly
go
right.
back and point the finger and say, we have proof it's you here? Where do you think you're going to end up next? In the morgue? In the cold store?
In the kitchen?
no, the gazebo.
I'll call for
Gazebo.
backup.
Halfway through cell seat 210?
Oh, I'll need to call for backup.
I think you should just go to the police station.
Well, that's going to take ages. Is there a phone box on this island?
What about a boat?
I'm just
Oh,
going
I'm sure there's a boat.
to go to the asylum and use the phone at reception. I'm not going to say what I'm...
All right, so
Whatever.
you're running the asylum.
I'm going to stay at the
There's no
lighthouse.
time to do it.
You want to stay at the lighthouse, and Jess?
You can stay at the lighthouse.
I'll have a look in the telescope at what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're still
Reading.
reading.
Yeah.
So.
No, you can finish reading.
No. Yeah, yep, so finished. Well, so I think, we need someone to stay at the lighthouse because we might need to do something with the light or the telescope.
So Nancy's volunteered to stay.
Nancy stays.
Well, you
I
can
guess.
stay with Nancy. All I want to do is call for backup for starters. I'm going to go in.
So are you staying
I'll
or
stay
going?
with Nancy, yeah.
Okay, in the lighthouse.
Smart people, dumb people.
Okay. The men with guns go down to this. So you're running out to the asylum. You go to the asylum door. It's locked.
Of course it's locked. I'll just kick it there. It's always locked, isn't
No
it?
answer.
It'll be locked at night.
Mm.
Normally.
Yeah.
Are there lights on or anything? Does it look
Yeah,
like
there's
it's...
some night lights on, but it doesn't look like anyone's there.
Go in the back way. From
What do you
the,
What for? I'll just kick the fucking door down. Who cares?
All right, you.
Whatever, smash my baton through a glass or
All
something.
right, you're going to try to kick the doors. Go.
What am I rolling?
Strength check.
35 out of... Oh, that's a good... That's a half.
Okay, yes, you actually kick the
God, I'm
front
good
door in.
tonight, except for
Okay.
shooting.
yeah.
So, investigating skills 0, physical skills really good. Okay, you
psych.
burst through. And psych, yes, absolutely.
Heading straight for reception to grab
Yeah,
the phone.
there's a big reception desk there, and there's the phone there.
There's no one there.
No one's there.
Go on, I'll call
You pick up the phone.
the plate. Pick it. Doesn't work,
Who
obviously.
you going to call?
Dead.
Let's go back to the lighthouse.
Have you got driving skill?
Yes.
You hear some noises coming from up in top of the octagonal tower.
I don't think we can wait for backup. I think I'll have to... As stealthily as I can, try and sneak my way up there.
Other than we saw a light up in the tower, is it just on? Is it flashing? Is
see
it
some
doing?
people.
Are we
You see people.
doing? Yeah,
Yeah, you see people up there.
but we
At
can't
least
see
two.
any odd things happening with the light or.
Give me roll me a spot in. See how good you get.
33, but it's only 27.
How long is it going to take to drive back to the police station?
A while. Round trip. A while.
And, would there be a phone close by somewhere else, just off the island or something? Not really.
So
Where's
you're
my
stealthily
mobile?
going. No, I'm going to come. Let's go. Can you back up? No, get
I don't want to go and
What
get
the hell's
shot,
happening?
but I don't think there's much choice at the moment.
Okay, so you stealthily walk her up, you get into the octagonal tower, and you walk up.
So I just want to try and listen to what's going on before we go in or anything.
So we're looking through the telescope.
Okay,
Live on Telescope TV.
you, 93, you don't see anything,
Don't see
apart from what you were seeing.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I reckon the telescope's, even though it's got the lens for looking through the day, it's not for looking through the day.
No, it's obviously for something else. But...
Hmm.
So what can we hear?
It's got a feel-good filter on it. It's Instagram.
Are they like talking or chanting or what?
You sort of get up to where that where the thing's locked, and yes, you hear some strange. Someone speaking in a strange language.
How many voices do I think, roughly?
One or two.
One or two.
Alright, is the door locked?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'll open it.
You gonna open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. You open it. Door opens.
Well, I suppose I've got my rifle with me.
No. You got a handgun.
Yeah.
Okay. You make it up to the dome, and you see Dr. Knight standing before the grandfather clock. However, The most surprising feature is a misty black hole sitting right in front of it. The doctor has one of the inmates seated cross-legged on the ground in front of him and a piece of paper in his hands. He turns. "Hello, my friends. I had no doubt that you would eventually work out what was happening here. When I heard that you'd be paying me a visit, I had to move up my timeline, as I know the job you did at the Blackthorne apartments." "Oh yes, yes, I know all about the happenings there. As you're probably aware, I've spoken to at least a couple of those protagonists. Please be assured that I'm not trying to bring back some monstrosity from mythology. My aims are far more pedestrian. Like Paul here, Henri, I lost my wife to an accident. It did not take me long to realise that I couldn't live without her. I had planned to do away with myself, maybe throw myself off the 3rd Street bridge.
That would have been probably better than
And
what
into
you're
the river.
doing now.
Where we sit. But Denise came to me with a plan. We studied and hatched this plan for months, finding the way, the people and the components I needed to make this dream come true. I could bring her back.
And
now I know
it
it
killed
works.
on the way.
It is perfectly safe and we can all live happily, Paul. Paul, that's why I wanted you to find me. I can bring Dina back. She's waiting." And with that, the darkness of the portal seems to shimmer and take a mirror-like appearance before displaying a very mundane scene. A downtown street, cars parked, people walking along the sidewalk. But wait, there's someone very specific here. Dina Lancel. "Say the word, Paul. I can bring her through. You can be a family again. See." She looks in your direction. A slightly puzzled look on your face, on her face. What are you going to do? So you're looking through the portal. There's the scene. Your dead wife standing there.
What am I going to do?
Do you want it back?
I don't know. I wasn't ready for this.
Okay, both give me a sand roll, by the way.
80. Oh my God, 88.
Okay, you lose 2. You lose 1.
Oh, I don't believe that you can really bring her back.
She's there, Paul. She's standing.
I'll bring her back.
All right. So
Then
what are
I'll
you going to do? You're going to tell him to bring her back.
I've got my gun pointed at him, but if
Okay.
he can bring her back, why not?
And Henri, I think I know what you're doing. Okay. So you're talking to him, and that's what you're doing. Okay, Henri, you do your thing.
No, don't shoot my wife. Shoot the clock, that's how
Yeah,
we
you got
get
to
the
shoot
last
him
one.
with the clock. But yeah.
Yeah, or there is a third option. Shoot the inmate.
Go.
Shoot the clock.
Shoot him.
Shoot the clock.
Shoot the doctor.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd shoot.
12.
That's a pretty good hit.
It's
Roll some
really
damage.
hard to miss a big clock up.
Couldn't really.
3.
Okay.
Hard to miss a stationary object.
Okay, so all of a sudden as you're talking, there's this bang and you hear a gunfire go off and you see Henri with his pistol shooting. Okay, so now, actions for this round. Your dex is,
My dex is 50.
and your dex is?
40.
Right, okay. He seems to start chanting.
Who? Me.
No.
Oh, you.
The dog.
What are you going to do?
I don't think I'm going to do anything. I want to see if my wife's going to pop through or not.
All right, he seems to be chanting and he's going to put his hand through and try to grab her. What are you going to do?
Shoot him.
Yeah, gonna have to.
Okay.
Shoot him.
Right, so,
Try not to make it terminal.
all right, so he's actually physically reaching through the portal. You're just watching what's happening. Go for it.
I think I'm still in shock.
42. It's a hit.
Okay, roll some damage.
3 in.
Okay. All right, so he seems to be, he's shot in the shoulder. 3 points isn't enough to give him a major wound. He reaches through and grabs Dina's hand. Okay, what are you doing?
I'm still going to see if he can bring her back or not, really.
What's the distance between us and him?
I have a
It's
feeling
not too
he's
far.
gonna
You've
come
probably
back
got
as a
about maybe
corpse or
10 feet
something.
at most, but you notice a sort of shimmering curtain between you and him.
Oh.
Pretty sure that's what was in the wall.
Okay.
Someone who
Pop
came
him
through the
again.
portal.
All right,
That's what was in the
so
wall.
he starts pulling her back through. You shoot.
46.
Is it a hit?
Yeah.
Had nothing's worked in the journey.
I've got like
Yeah.
70 or something to find, so
We're
yeah.
Yeah.
still trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Two.
Right, we're
Two,
still-
okay. He falls down, bleeding. And you see Dina's face look very confused. She looks at you. She reaches towards you as slowly the portal closes. The doctor tries to reach through the portal as he falls, but you prevent him by shooting him, and he screams, "No!" as the portal slowly starts to close. Through the looking glass surface, you see recognition in Dina's eyes. Although hearing seems impossible now with the wind blowing through the dome, you see her mouth say your name. As it closes further, you see a streak of blue and the screech of brakes, and you hear Dina's scream.
What's the accident?
The portal closes for good.
Oh,
This time, it
It's your
seems like a
fault she
burn.
died.
I thought she died from stabbing.
No, it's a
No,
car
it's just a
accident.
car accident.
You've managed to prevent a madman from ripping holes in the space-time, and you're all safe. You've managed to join the dots in the mystery and file a report that matches the outcome, and back to Chief
Hopefully the
Strange.
chief is happy now.
He seems somewhat sceptical and confused in parts, but he accepts your report, congratulates you, and closes the investigation.
Congratulations, you're now retired.
You go back to living your life. Paul continues to work with the police. Nancy finishes her postgraduate studies
Yes.
and is applying for a tenured position at the university.
Mm.
Aunt Jess returns to Chicago and starts on a new book, a psychological thriller for a change.
Oh.
While Henri decides he needs a holiday in Chicago too. Walking through the streets of New York, though, everything seems to remind you of the losses of the past and what could have been. And that brings us to a close of this episode of the Blackthorne Bridge Club. Our 4 investigators have once more solved the problem. Join us again towards the end of next month, where the next chapter will take them a little bit further afield to uncover new mysteries and solve new problems. Enjoy, and thanks for listening.